Alright. It is slightly past the hour, but not much I could do about that. I had to step out of my room real quick, and it took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but we're only a couple of minutes late, so that's all good. So, today, pretty much those who know me well and track the same things as I do have probably seen what's about to come. It's PowerWash Simulator. If I can actually get... There we go. I swear this stream setup always fights with me. Anyway, PowerWash Simulator has had yet another new release. The seasonal release for the summer season, Clean the Cruise Ship Sundeck. We're not going to talk about the other thing. They asked us very politely not to, so we won't. So, hell yeah, more people playing. Hiya, Power Washer. Yeah, we've had a bit of a to-doing on deck. Can't go into the specifics as it'll probs end up being in the courts this one, but it was a bit of a mood breaker. Let's just say that next time we'll make sure we shake off the seabirds before leaving harbour, and fully vet the entertainment. We've cleaned the deck of what little food the birds left, so you should get a nice clean run at it. Let's go. Also, how you doing, Mech? I hope you've been doing well. Oh, it's a big open space. Oh! Beach ball! Hell yeah. Let's have a look around then. See what's what. So we've got a pool down there. We've got a mid-deck, an upper deck, and a little splash pool. Play pool. Okay. Well, no time like the present. Let's just get started with the upper area. You've been playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot. Alright, nice. Hey, great news. Yes, what is great news? You go, no. There we go. Captain says he's checked the contract and we're in the clear. Of what? Thank Poseidon for maritime law, eh? What did... what? Anyways, what that means is that I can now tell you exactly what happened here. And that's where the messages will stop, isn't it? Yep. Gotta leave you wanting more. So, how's Final Fantasy XIV been then? What is it? Have you caught up to the actual, like, content from the new release of it? Or is there just still more that's going endlessly? It's nice to start with the outer edge of things like this, like mural. At least in my opinion. Because then I can, like, have a nice border to just keep myself contained. If I don't do that, I'll just start at some point, start going around it all, and then leave the boundary. Mean that dolphin. There we go. Just beat the main story quest of Dawn Trail, waiting on patches, but trying to get all classes to 100. Is 100 the maximum in that game? Because if it is, then that's a lot of dedication. I don't think I would ever have that much dedication to a game. Not to an RPG, at least. They're fun, but I don't think I can take the time to grind out levels, essentially. It is the max level. Oh boy. Well, that's potentially going to take you a while, but I'm sure you can manage it if anyone can. Where's my ladder? There. I need to be higher. Need the dolphin as well. Oh, I can stand on the dolphin. There we go. Gets me over to this edge. And then the other direction. No, come on. I can do this. Come on. Oh yeah! I don't know if this was intended at all, but I've done it. Victory! Amy! Hello, hello! How are you doing? They have released yet more PowerWash Simulator, so I've jumped onto that. I managed to keep myself away from it for a couple of days so that I could stream this. Just got home. That's always a very nice feeling. Getting home at the end of the week. Especially if you've got a weekday job. That's always the best. Your roommate is also playing. Hell yes. It's a game for everyone, I swear. And all of your battle classes are at 91, crafters at 90, gatherers at 100. God. Okay, so the gatherers have leveled up the fastest by a pretty significant margin. It is indeed Final Fantasy XIV. Mech is a bit of an avid player, it seems. I myself have never been much for MMOs. Especially MMORPGs, honestly. Like, I cannot deal with the idea of having to play with other people. Games that have optional multiplayer are amazing, but then, like, if you have to work in teams and you've got no other choice, I just can't deal with it. Like, I don't like having that pressure of knowing that I'm part of a team and I have to do well. Like, that it's just not for me. MMO alone. Massively multiplayer online, but not. I have experienced one MMO while it was in development called the Gorgon Project, I think, and it really was like you could do absolutely everything alone. It wasn't really built for like group rates or anything at at the time that I played it. I don't know what it's like now. I'm pretty sure it's hit release, but I haven't looked at it in ages. So that suited me a lot more. It was basically just an RPG where you could actually run into other people. It was also just a very silly game that did not care for seriousness at all. You learn that very quickly when the tutorial dungeon has a secret boss, secret in quotation marks, that pops up a bunch of warning signs on your screen when you move towards it, and if it kills you, it turns you into a cow. Permanently. That character is just now a cow. Your class becomes cow. Your skills are all cow skills. Your language is cow. Which is... it's actually a strategy that's viable. There is cow armor and cow weapons, and yeah. So it does not take itself seriously. I know one of the skills in that game was... The game had a bunch of different language skills, I think, and one of them was animal language. I wonder if you could even understand players that were turned into a cow if you didn't have the animal language. That would be hilarious. If I take a step back from here, am I going to fall into the pool? I feel like the pool is right behind me. Nope, I've got a couple of steps leeway. Okay, cool. I'm going to focus on doing the upper areas before moving down to individual objects. I think just getting the walls done is going to feel good. In other news, if all goes well and I get things working properly, I'm hoping to have a bit of a special stream next week where I'm going to introduce you all to a game from my childhood. If I can get it to work and actually stream. Played a lot of different MMOs. The first was the first Guild Wars has always held a special place. It is nice when a game holds a place in your heart, honestly. Like it just sticks with you. Honestly, yeah, the game that I'm thinking of, I want to try to avoid revealing it ahead of time, but it had a similar impact for me. I will say that it was a PS2 game, and that is a big portion of why I'm having difficulties getting this working, because I can't exactly just plug a PS2 into my computer and have it work. It just doesn't like that. It doesn't do that. So despite having the PS2 in my room and the game, is the game in my room? I've got a massive pile of PS2 games in my cupboard, but I can't remember, like, it's gotta be there, right? I can't imagine where else it would have gone. Unless someone in the family took it over to a friend's and never got it back. But like, yeah, it's probably in there. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a battle to try and get that sort of thing running. I think I'm getting close though, so I'm pretty sure next week I'll have it working. And if I don't, I will be severely disappointed, mostly because I just really want to experience that game again. I don't care if I have to change plans on a stream, honestly. All I care about is that I want to play that game. I feel like there's been other stuff on my mind lately. Yes, so many PS2 games that would be good to go back to. Just so many. Hell, a bunch of PS1 games were great. Like, that's not even just nostalgia filtering. There were legitimately good PS1 games. Like, honestly, Crash Bandicoot. The original Crash Bandicoot, that was a really difficult game, but that shit slapped. That and Dreamcast. Yes. I don't know if... Was it Dreamcast? I don't really remember too well what the consoles I had access to as a very young child were. All I remember is that I believe we borrowed them from a family member. Ratchet and Clank. Oh my god. Yes. Oh. I got so stuck in Ratchet and Clank for a while. I was a very young child, and there's the section in the city level where you're having to run through the sewers as they slowly fill up. And I just could not deal with that. I was not good enough at the movement to actually do it. I thought you'd remember it. Yeah. Oh, I could not deal with that, and it took me so long. I think I wound up eventually just giving up on it. And then one day I went back and played the game again. I got to that point and I was prepared to just get stuck again, and I just went through it. And just, wow, I sucked. Oh my god, I have not been paying any attention to the dialogue that's come up. Oh well. I'll take a moment to read that once I finish this wall section. There we go. Messages. Where do we start? Okay, so we've been having a tough time of it, truth be told. We'd hired a magician called the Great Ted Cheese, but he disappeared. Literally. That's not a joke. We still haven't found him. He was there opening night, did some balloon magic for the kids that went down like a lead one, and we haven't seen him since. Yeah, yep. Take a step back, get a fresh perspective. That's pretty much just the way to resolve anything that I'm stuck on. Just leave it for a bit, and when I come back it will all seem so much simpler, because I was stuck in my ways and overlooking the one thing that I needed to pay attention to. trying to remember what else was really impactful for me. Of course, there was Kingdom Hearts on the PS2. That one ate up a lot of my time. Pretty much any LEGO games. I don't know if they were really PS2 games though, they were just games in general, right? They were on everything. SingStar. SingStar is a hell of a one. I'm not good at singing, but I played that game a lot. All of my family did. Your first LEGO game was on PC. Oh dear God. Wait, no, hang on. Lego Island. Is that what it was called? Oh my God. Is that the one... Is that the one that basically starts with a guy breaking out of prison by using a pizza? Am I thinking of the right one? Yes! Oh! God. Like, when you brought up LEGO games on PC, my first thought was, how the hell do the controls work when they're built for controllers? But the memory unlocked. What is it? Today's square meal is looking rather round. I don't know why I remember being that... I don't remember why that's... No, I don't know why I remember that being the dialogue before the guy eats the entire pizza and burns down the bars on his prison cell because the pizza was so spicy. It's royalty-free software now, oh my God. Oh... I'm going to have to look into that. It's probably going to have to go through a whole bunch of steps to actually get it working on modern computers. But, like, just for nostalgia's sake, I've got to look into that one. Oh, God, I have unlocked a memory with that. The weirdest things that stick with you. Like, I feel like it's probably not even a good game anymore. Like, I remember having so much fun with it, but I feel like if I actually play it again, the nostalgia lenses will come off and it'll just be, wow, this is bad. But still, it's worth it. It would be super funny. Like, it would just be... It would be so... If it's not as good as I remember, it would wind up being so bad that it becomes B-movie tier bad, where it wraps around to being good again. And honestly, I'm all for that. I am all for it. Okay. Walls cleaned. Okay, let's keep going with the boundaries, I think. Get the... whatever it's called, railing? Yes, railing. Get the railing done, get the interior of the pool done, I guess? There's that. Might as well get this while I'm here. watched someone play the second one a while back. I don't even remember there being a second Lego Island. Unless I do. Hang on. I remember there being something. There was a lot of cars involved. And, like, races. I have no clue what I'm thinking. There was a Lego game on the computer, and it was all about the cars. Like, it was literally just a car racing game. I don't even know if that was... Honestly, I don't know if that was real, or if I'm just imagining something. I could very well just be imagining Lego games at this point. Just a wild fever dream. It is very satisfying to go from that grotty surface to having an actual window here. Oh. That's all early Lego games. Yeah, that's fair. Like, they seriously were just fever dreams. It really is a nice background. It doesn't take much to have a nice distance in a game. Yeah, I remember with the Lego Star Wars and games like that, those have always been something that I played with my family. For some reason, I will always remember, like, there was a level in Lego Star Wars. I think it was still the prequel trilogy game, but you were flying ships around on an actual planet. I think it was a Clone Wars one. But it was a level where my sister and I were having so much trouble with it. We just could not deal. We couldn't make any progress. And my father just picked up the controller and did it. And just, okay, my dad is more of a gamer than I am. Always was, always will be. He is indeed strong in the Force. Clean ladder. Clean the ladder. Do I need to clean up here as well? Oh, okay, there's a whole angle I couldn't get to before. There we go. I've always been quite fortunate to have, like, games have always been a part of my life, basically, and that was very much helped by my father also having an interest in them. Like, I think one of the first serious games that I ever played was Diablo. Because I'd seen him playing it and I thought, I want to do that too. I got to the butcher and it did the voice line of the, fresh meat. And I turned the game off and didn't go back to it for a couple of years. I was, to be fair, a very young child at that point. But just... God, the random memories that come to me sometimes. I have absolutely been diverted away from doing the pool. Oh well. How far do these... Okay, so this entire set of stairs is one item, all the way around. And backwards down the stairs. The railing's going to be another matter. No? What have I missed? Because if I go... maybe that edge is considered part of the stairs? Your mother introduced you to games and you think she regretted it. Fair enough. So that meant that entertaining the passengers all rested on our resident theatre ensemble, heads, shoulders, knees and toes. Well, for starters, they weren't used to performing for grown-ups. And by day 5, they were all out of pre-prepared material, and became an ill-received improv collective. On day 6, they quickly pivoted, and, well... Did I miss? No? Okay, they just stopped sending the messages. This is a boat, yes. They have managed to make a horrible mess on this boat. But that is the point of this game. Your first game was Sonic 2. I feel like I should pity you for that, but I can't remember... No, the one Sonic game I played was Sonic Mania, not Sonic 2, unless that's the same thing. But, like, that... I've only played the one Sonic game. It was on not PlayStation. It was on PC just recently. Like, it was an old game that got revamped for the PC. Okay, they are different. Like, Sonic Mania on PC, just recently released. I tried it out, thinking, oh yeah, Sonic games are really popular. I did not enjoy myself. Like, I just was not a fan. The controls did not feel good to me. I'm sure the Sonic games were good. They would not have become as popular as they were if they weren't. But, like, I don't even remember what it was. I played that game, I think I got to one of the boss fights, and just, I did not want to deal with it anymore because I was finding, oh, you have to jump at this moment to, like, dodge the boss's attack that sweeps across the screen. Too bad it doesn't really matter when I press the button, because the game will just sit there for a second or two, like, literally a second or two before the button press actually caused anything to happen. I couldn't even adjust to how long the delay was because it was random. Just, that's not fun. Yeah, I don't know if any old games can really recapture their old magic. I think the way things have developed, a lot of the magic of the old games was in how they got around limitations and the amazing things that they managed to achieve. Those limitations aren't there anymore, so it's not that impressive. Yes, you have 8 colours. That's not anything that rare anymore. Anything like that. That's, of course, more of a technical one than a actual game development or design thing. But like it was a lot of mechanical wow. Yeah, can't deny that, Amy. People have indeed just, like... We don't need as much ingenuity anymore, because things work very well, and they've been made convenient to make things more easily. There is still a lot of very creative work, to be fair. It's just that... because it's more convenient to make games now, people will make a lot of shitty games and just throw them out there, and the sheer bulk of them hide the more impressive ones that the developers have actually put heart and soul into. I don't think there's any less games than there used to be that have had all of that hard work put into them. It's just that they're harder to spot now because there's so much more competition that does not have that hard work put in. Yeah, like you say, indie games, there are some publishers that actually do well. I'm trying to remember their names, but I'm not having a good day for remembering names, apparently. But like, there are some large publishers that will legitimately pick up what would otherwise be an indie game and just say, okay, here's your money, make that game. And then, like, they take their cut after it's been made. Sure, they've done well. That's the right way for developers. Not developers. Producers, publishers. God, I used that word earlier and lost it already. You can see I'm not doing well with words. Publishers being more publisher. They need to be publishers, not designers. Advertising, handling the financial balance. That's the sort of work that their industry is meant to be doing. And the publishers that do that, you can see the difference in the games that they release, because their developers actually put heart and soul into it. I want to be a game developer myself. Like, I went to uni for it, I studied all the programming, and programming was honestly a lot of fun. Like, it's one of those things where some people would find it really tedious to do because it is a very structured system. But, like, I would find that, like... So, I studied mathematics and games development. When I had an assignment in uni for maths, I would sit down for a day and work and work and work, and I'd be exhausted at the end of the day, and half of the assignment would be done. When I had an assignment for programming and game making, I would sit down, and then all of a sudden it would be dark, and the assignment was done, and I'd done like an extra twice the amount of work that was expected of us. And I'd just be looking at it and just go, but it's not done yet. It's not done. I need to do more. Just, unfortunately, the actual industry hasn't been too functional in Australia. We don't have a big games development industry. There aren't massive companies that will take people in so that you can get the experience you need. And on the other scale of things, indie development doesn't really suit me. Like, indie games are probably my favourites, but indie development doesn't suit me too well. Just because I don't think I don't really have the creativity that's needed. If there is a task in front of me, and I am given, hey, this needs to work, can you make that happen? I can go through and program it, I can make it happen. Yes, absolutely. Like, I can do that, yeah. But the rest of the game development I can't really do myself. I'm not a great writer, I'm a terrible artist, I don't have very good ideas for level design. So, like, if I have a team, I could be a good part of a team. I'm not an indie developer, though. I'm not a lone person. Lone as in L-O-N-E, not L-O-A-N. I'm also not that kind of lone person either. Don't take my money. I will forget to ask for it back. Oh, God, yawns. This pool is such a massive area. Oh. You can tell that I'm struggling to think of anything else that's worth talking about when I start humming. If you can even hear that. I don't know if the microphone picks it up. The part of the pool where it hits the glass would scare you. Yeah? Yeah? It would be Like, it would be really cool to be able to look out at that from underwater, but at the same time, no. No thank you. I don't trust water at the best of times. Would want a solid wall. To be fair, this is pretty thick glass, it looks like. Like, looking at the thickness of that edge, this is pretty thick glass. It's probably really sturdy glass as well. It might as well be plastic. Which may not sound that protective, but like, plastic is weirdly strong if it's not just the stupid thin plastic. Tree. Am I going to have to get on top of this tree? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. The ladder is going to be working overtime in this level. Not so see-through. Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of the word for that either. I think it starts with a C. I'm probably wrong. And I'm not just trying to think of clear or transparent. Opaque. It doesn't start with a C at all. I needed opaque. My literal job is to talk to people all day, and I have this much trouble with words. It's disappointing. Go get my ladder. Finish off that tree. Words are hard. Whoever came up with the idea of words needs to be punished. Yes. Writing stuff is a lot easier to deal with than talking. You can stop and think about how you want to phrase things, and if you can't think of the right word, you can just Google it. You literally just go to Google and search word for X. Also, these lazy goddamn gnomes. They just love the filth. Not gonna lift a finger to help me. Yeah. It's... Hang on. Oh, no, okay, you still cannot throw things. Get out of here, gnomes. Like, honestly, yeah, trees are one... That is a weird thought, like, it is difficult for a tree to be dirty. Because, like, there's always going to be dirt on a tree, but at the same time, is the tree really dirty if you're not looking at it and going, wow, that's a lot of dirt? It's... What is dirty? What is dirty? Like, I would think something is only dirty if there's more filth and grime on it than you would be expecting. Like, it's the same thing as something being wet. Now that, like, that's something that people get up in arms a bit about, but, like, what is wet? How do you define wet? Is wet just an objective measure of the amount of liquid contained within or upon an object? Or is it more like qualitative, where, like, some things take a lot more water to be wet than others, right? Like, so how do you define that? We normally have a no food on deck policy, but by way of apology, a buffet was hastily prepared in the pool area. This backfired, as we'd woefully underestimated the demand for the all-inclusive ticket holders. I told the captain that we really shouldn't be offering those tickets on a family cruise, but did he listen? Ask Towie from South Park. I've never watched South Park. It was never a thing in my life. Sounds like the cruise was a bunch of bad ideas. If you've played this game, Amy, and paid any attention to the stories that come up, everything in this game is just a bunch of bad ideas. Like, every scenario. I don't know if there's any scenarios in this game that are a collection of good ideas. Oop, oop. Things were going well until they weren't. Yeah, that does wrap it up. Yeah. Wraps things up nicely. But yeah, back on my thought of, like, adjectives, essentially. How do you define whether something is wet? Like, does it become wet the moment it has water on it? Is it wet at a certain point of saturation compared to how absorptive it is? Is water really wet? Because, like, for something to become wet, it has to have liquid added to it. So, how can water be wet if it's not having its makeup changed at all? It's just increasing in volume. This is one of those weird nitpicky things about language. And it's one of those topics where you bring up all sorts of points, and then you get to the end and you go, and everyone who's actually put real hard thought into this is an idiot. Because who cares? Water is water. Why do we need to worry about whether it's wet? It's also just a great way to get people riled up, honestly. It gets arguments going, and that is great. Gotta love making people angry. You decided to be an English major, and it taught you that you hate hate language and English specifically. Oh, that's great. Just the more anybody knows about the English language, the more they hate it, and I love that. I kind of did the same with maths, I feel like. Like, mathematics. It was something that I was somewhat interested in originally, and then I learned more and more of it, and I did not want it anymore. And now I have pretty much lost my ability to do basic maths. Hello Mel, how are you doing? Makes it hard to pick up on slang. For the longest time you didn't understand text speak, and to some extent you still look up the words. You still look a lot of things up. I mean, that's fair. Like, language changes so goddamn quickly. There is just no keeping track of things. It just changes too much. I'm an old man. I'm in my late 20s. I've had enough change. Please just make it stop. Also, I honestly don't know whether it's good that your face is numb or not, Mel. Because, like, with the tooth trouble you've been having, maybe that is a good thing for you because it won't hurt so much, but also it's not a good thing. Let's do the rest of the lower deck, I think. You tell people that you're over 13 billion years old, so sometimes you may not pick up on things too quickly. See, I just tell people I'm an idiot. I don't brain good. You think it just means you're healing. Well, that's a good sign. Did you already have that tooth out, Mel, or are you waiting on an appointment to get it out? Back to bed you go? Okay. You sleep well, sleep it off and recover. You are a child and like messing with people. I don't think that really... Like, those two statements are the separate statements, Amy. Like... No matter whether you're a child or an adult, you should always love messing with people. Ah, you've got the tooth out. Okay, so it is just the healing process now. That is good. it should only take like a week or two from my experiences. Hopefully yours match. Make people guess your age because you like to see them struggle. I could also do the same, where like, when I got my job, and like any time we had introductions or anything going on, like I would tell people, yeah, this is my first job, I'm probably going to screw up, and they'd have responses of things like, oh, you're still young, it's fine that this is your first job, and I was just, I'm 27. Nobody ever expected that one. I apparently look much younger than I am. Judging by their reactions, I'm guessing I probably look like early 20s maybe. A lot of people would put you between 19 and 25. I actually realise I've got just no clue how old you are, like zero frame of reference, so I assume that they're wrong. Because like I don't think that would be how you would bring it up if they were right. Yeah, it makes sense that a lot of people don't know your actual age. Like, it would be weirder if I did know your age, because internet people, like, I only know you over the internet, so it would be very weird if I knew much. A lot of people at jobs tend to bring up age as a talking point. Yeah. Yeah. Age... Like, you are very right. Age isn't really something to worry about that much. Because it really doesn't mean that much. You've had more opportunities to gain experience, but it doesn't really necessarily mean you are more experienced or know more. Like, I literally got my first job at the age of 27. Age really doesn't have anything to do with anything at that point. I was about to say we're almost halfway done, because I feel like this is half of the thing. But no, we're almost 3/4 done. Jeez. Progress has been a lot quicker than I expected. You have uncles who got their first job at 50. God damn. They held out for a while. I do indeed clean well. This ship will be spick and span before we know it. Oh, come on, up. Up. There we go. dot this area. Wait, this base is not clean. Aha, corners. Hopefully they keep it clean. You know that's not going to happen. There's no way people who manage to achieve this are going to have any sort of, like, actual maintenance of cleanliness. A week. Yeah, it might take them a week. Like, they might need a week to restock before they take the ship out again. So maybe it will take them a week. Under the chest. There we go. Then it's just, I think, just these big spots here. Big ding. Underneath the little tent. Leave a sign to not leave adults unsupervised. Yeah. I don't know if anyone in this world setting can be left unsupervised, but then who provides the supervision? Someone older. No. The older they are, the more mess they make. Oh. Though if we're going by those rules, like, if the adults are unreliable and make horrible messes, then is our character like an infant? Infant in just a big suit? It would be hilarious. They make no messes and they clean everything up with their high-tech abilities. Also, do I even have... those? There we go. I don't remember how to change. So with the new releases lately, there have been new graphical things. With the Alice in Wonderland release, they've added some fancy psychedelics, and the summertime ones are just flowery. I do really like the look of the Alice in Wonderland one. But I don't actually know how to equip... Hang on, let's open this up. I don't remember how to equip the look on the PowerWasher. Hang on. Is that because we're not using a Pro Vista? What am I using? No, Prime Vista Pro. Prime Vista Pro. I don't remember how to equip these. Like, They've got so many fancy graphics, and I don't remember how to equip it. I am sadness. It might not even be possible. Yeah. It might not be possible because this is technically a special level. So, like, even if you don't have the Prime Vista Pro purchased, in this special level, you will still have this tool. So maybe there just isn't a way to do the graphics on the tool. That's fine though. It's fine. I will live. Okay, this spot is cleaned. Move the ladder back into the clean spot. Let's leave the little pool for last, I think. Go round to do the upper deck first. Yeah, it is strange you can't just equip it. It might be in the one of these slots regularly. And it might just not be present in a special level. I can't remember. Because it would make sense if it is near the other cosmetics, right? But, like, why not allow cosmetics in the special level? Is there some actual mechanical thing with how they've set it up to auto-equip this level of tool? That might actually be it. Like, they might have, in order to get you to have the right tool equipped for the special levels, they might have done it some way that just means it is this exact tool that gets equipped and you have no say. Okay, this stuff is not so hard-baked on that we have to use the yellow then. We can actually use green. Can we use white? No, it takes a bit too much going over to actually clean. Green though. Green works. Yeah, right? Because, like, it would like, in the storyline, you choose what tool upgrades you buy. That's on you. In the special levels, it would kind of suck to be doing this with the base level tool and only the red nozzle. Look at this. Doing this entire map with only the red nozzle. It would be hell. I forgot this was a thing. Ah, the soap. I never use soap in this game. I never feel like the soap is really worth it. Just, it's not doing such an amazing job that it being a consumable is worthwhile. Well, I guess that's because I am using multi-purpose instead of wood. When they saw the buffet was being rationed, the all-inclusive passengers demanded to speak to the captain. The captain is a far better mariner than he is a diplomat, and declared the tickets non-refundable. That's when the chips went flying. Okay, have they buffed the soaps or something? Because this is actually doing a decent job. It is still leaving annoying gaps, though. Is that because I'm out? Refill. Okay, it was because I was out. And when the chips went flying is when the seabirds descended. En masse. Oh dear. Okay. The soaps actually do feel a lot better than I remember. This works real quick. Out of the way, stool. The soap meta begins. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to have any refills in a moment. But it has done a pretty good job. And to be fair, like, in the actual levels, I've bought everything that's functional at this point. So, money-wise, there's only soaps for me to buy. And out of multi-purpose cleaner. Wood cleaner means nothing to me. I have already cleaned all the wood, I believe. Water is the ultimate cleaner. It never runs out. Water is forever. Water is me? I am water? 70%, I guess. Is that the right statistic? I don't know. We are all water, in a way. And just like water, we flow back to the origins. 75% forever water. That feels like it's some sort of branding to try and sell something. Like, yes, you should buy this drink. It is very good for you. It is 75% forever water. Yes. Do you not want to be young forever? Eternal life. Just drink forever water. God. Playing this has just reminded me, like, we had a meeting at work where it was literally just to meet each other, essentially, because the workforce has changed a little bit, and as part of the icebreaker stuff, they asked everyone what superpower we would want to have. For some reason, my mind defaulted to I wanted to be able to cast prestidigitation just so that I could clean things. Like, I want prestidigitation. It's the ultimate just general life support magic. Shapeshifting is a very good option. The only reason I would be reluctant to choose that is my own memory is real shitty, and I would forget what I actually look like. So I'd wind up just being, how do I go back to me? What is me? What do I look like again? I guess as long as I have a photo ID, I would always have a photo reference to work on. That would be a benefit. Unless like an option of the shapeshifting is just disable, and you go back to the normal. But yeah, a master of disguise. That sort of thing would be great for a lot of situations. Like some people would be thinking, oh, make yourself so attractive and whatever. Meanwhile, I'm thinking just make myself so average. Make nobody notice me because I'm just bland. They will all ignore me and I can live in peace. Also, more in line with what you said, Master of Disguise, like, there are definitely times when you just don't want to deal with people recognizing you. So, having a different face at those moments would be very useful. What? Almost there. We are making progress. Once this tree is done, we should be at like 90%, I think. The slide. Oh, were you not here at the very start of the level, Amy? That beach ball spawned at the top of the slide and just rolled all the way down. You have missed out on something amazing with that. Oh, this palm leaf isn't clean yet. What have I missed? There we go. Okay, so we've got the slide stuff, we've got the play pool, a unicorn float, and a rain dome. Is that actually everything? Tipping buckets. Oh, yep, tipping buckets. Nope, spa pool is not the thing that was at 0. So this is all good, this is all slide. Okay, and then if I do the top edge of this, I'll get the trick. Okay, so we only have this pool left. We're making progress. And we're not at 90%. I thought that tree would get us to 90%. Now we're at 90%, okay. I was momentarily ashamed. The shame has left me. I return to being shameless. A goddamn shameless whore. Let's just clean up, get this rim done, I think, or the trim rather. It's gotta be just about done. Is the outside edge not done? It's not. Oh my god. There we go. Then the wall. This poor pool. You would not be happy to see the state of my actual pool in real life. We had some issues where, like, the pool cleaning thing, the vacuum thing, it broke, and we also had some massive storms that carried just horrible amount of filth. So my real pool is now green. We have tried to fix that. Like, we've put a lot of chlorine into it. It didn't care. The algae won. So now we're just pretty sure that if anything goes into that water, it's dead. There's probably something in the water that we can't see that is just going to eat anything that steps inside. That said, the ducks do seem to be fine. The ducks love it, honestly. Like, it's legit just like a simulation of one of their lakes with all the plants and everything in it and bugs, and it's big and safe with no competition for its use, so the ducks do really love that pool. Just like every year basically we get a family of ducks that will come around with their hatchlings. And every year we have to find a way to set something up to balance a plank of wood or something so that the hatchlings or the ducklings can actually get out of the pool. Because they go in and then they get stuck and we're just, oh god damn it, how do we solve this? Like, we're not going to just go out there and pick them up out of the pool, because that's going to disrupt their actual life. It's going to ruin things for those ducklings. Mushroom. Okay, rain dome pole is complete. Now for the actual rain dome itself. An interesting unintentional ecosystem. Yeah, it really is. Like, there's a lot in our yard that people would typically just consider laziness. Like, we just can't be bothered to take care of the yard or such. I honestly like having it that way, where it's like the gardens are overgrown. It's like the plants are big. There are vines growing along the pool fence, which technically I don't think we should be allowed to have. I think that might be considered a safety hazard. But also, like, there are no children in this house. And if there ever is a child in this house, we will be very concerned about how they got here. So, like, we're not too concerned about safety. But, like, it really is an ecosystem, and I honestly think it's really nice to look at. Plus, you do get things like that where, like, the pool being filthy like that and like filled with algae, it means the ducks love it. And the one of the vines that we have that grows everywhere, it is considered a weed, yes, but at the same time, king parrots and other birds like them love to eat it. Like, they absolutely love it. So it draws them in, and they hang around our yard to have snacks. I like having this. So some people would say my yard looks like a mess, that it's not maintained and it's unattractive. I say that it's natural. I like it. It's intentionally unintentional. Of course, there are some limits. Like, we've got a big yard. Like, things grow wild in the gardens, and then we've got a yard as well that we do try to keep mowed. That one is more because we have dogs, and we want them to actually have space where they can run around and be happy. But, like, the gardens, oh, it's so nice having them just be wild. Except for some certain weeds, sticky weeds like farmers' friends. The dogs always seem to be able to find more of those, no matter how much we try to get rid of them. Yes, that's what you get for having golden retrievers and an overgrown garden. Like, it's in the retriever's nature to push through the underbrush. Yeah, dogs will find everything. Okay, the support is done. We're almost done with the underside of the slide. Then it'll just be the top of the slide, which I think we're now at, and these couple of little things. Yeah, so that's the slide platform. The ground is the slide base. So if I do just this section, get all the little bits underneath. If you hit the lottery, you'll have house goals like that. Yeah, I am extremely fortunate to have, like, this is a family house. my parents had this got this house when I was like 2, so it's more than 25 years ago. It's not the best quality house, but it is one that I'm very thankful to have. Like, sure, some stuff is falling apart. Some of the walls have had termite problems, but it's a house, and it's my home, and I love it. And the yard is big enough for multiple dogs to actually have room to play. It's a little bit disappointing that it can take me like 45 minutes to mow said yard because it's too big, but yeah, it's a sacrifice for my dogs. A sacrifice that must be made. What have I missed? Doesn't look like there's anything that I've missed on the underside. Oh, bit on the lip there. There. What else have I missed? Ah, oh my god. I missed the entire side there. But it's done. That is nice. That's satisfying. PowerWasher, this is amazing. I can't believe you got everything. I even smudged a piece of meringue behind a sunbed to test you, and that's gone. I think we're going to just let the passengers entertain themselves for the remainder. Having said that, the great Ted Cheese just showed up. He said his confidence had taken a hit, and that he wanted to prove to himself that he still had it by escaping from the emergency pantry. He was stuck in there for 10 days. To be honest, he'd still be down there, if not for one of the all-inclusive passengers sneaking down for a creme brulee. Anyways, thanks again. Victory! Now, we have an hour and 20... What is that message? The message at the end of the level? It's... Yeah. Yeah. The characters in this have some character, that's for sure. Oh boy. Okay. An hour and 20 minutes left on the stream, huh? Now, there is technically more. Now, they didn't intend to release this, so it's probably not complete. It's probably not perfect yet. I'm tempted, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I want to go into any of this before they intend for it to be released, because I feel like I'm not going to get the best experience from it. It could be better yet. They could refine it still. How strong is my patience? Surprisingly pretty good when it comes to this one. Like, with with the summer special, I probably would have only been able to wait a couple of days. With this one, where I actually feel like if it's legitimately not ready for release yet, and I go into it early, that could mean that my experience of it isn't like isn't as good as it could be. And I love this game enough that I want to get the best experience out of each of the levels. So I am very tempted, but at the same time, if it's not complete, it's going to be a bit disappointing. You know what I can do though? Not this. There was... Was it in here? No, it was the Muckingham Files Part 3. Last time I played this on stream, I did the aquarium. I've done the submarine on my own since then, but I haven't played this on stream. So, let's give it a go. Scrub the sub, I like that. Now, the submarine isn't a huge level. Like, it's literally just this submarine and only the outside of it. But I mean, that's fine. Let's just start. It's something to be doing, I guess. It's worth it. I don't know why I like to clean like the front window of things like this first. If it's in use, it has a reason to be dirty. This one is definitely in use. Yeah, it might just be a point of reference thing where it's like, this is front, this is what I focus on first. Actually, let's see if... Oh, they're only giving us the... Okay, so they're not giving us the full message thing. And just going through all of the dialogue would be a bit much. But as a quick rundown, yeah, this sub is actually in use. It is a research vessel and was recently caught in a rather large storm while it was out. So there was quite a bit of activity in the waters that resulted in it being this messy. The sub has an excuse to be messy. God, I cannot get this window done. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll do the underside of the sub next. And then I'll be able to just get up on top of it and do all the top. You finished your cruise ship, hell yeah! Took us roughly the same amount of time. Oh, this is something I am annoyed about with this level. Like, it makes sense, but it annoys me regardless. These bands that are supporting the submarine actually stop my water. So, if I do a bunch of cleaning at this angle, there's now just a strip here. And just, get out of the way. Why does physics have to make sense? Noisy seagulls. Clean the underside of this arm. What was... Am I the only one who heard that sound effect and thought that one of the seagulls got shot? Start up Persona 5 Tactica. I mean, I see no reason not to. I don't know what Tactica is, but you should do it anyway. Yeah, the sort of, like, the bumping sound that sort of overlapped with the seagull. Like, a seagull gave a very short squawk and a bumping sound played at the end of it. So it sounded like a seagull started to squawk and got shot. Folks better not be shooting the seagulls out here. Kind of giving me more work to clean. When I'm just doing a general area like this, it feels a lot slower because there aren't all these dings of, yes, object completed, object completed. But, like, I've done some progress here. I've cleaned a pretty big area, it's just that it's across a bunch of objects. Oh. Sandy claws, no. Yep. We are getting... Looks like we're getting bots that are trying to post links. Good job, Nightbot. You are an excellent bot. Nightbot is the only bot we will allow here. Guess that'll do. Cookies! Cookies for Nightbot! Oh yeah. Cookies enabled. That's for the browser, not for the Nightbot. Ah. There we go. Extra long extender means that it's a much smaller area that I hit, but like, actually maybe just the long will do? Yeah, using no extender here, like I'm just far enough away that it feels not useful to to be using Stubby. His raptor kitty! Soft sub underbelly. That feels like something that shouldn't be allowed to be said in public. Just it's not allowed. I am cleaning the sub's lower hub, yes. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to apologize, Amy. I would not. Yeah, the sound work on the seagulls is actually impressive. Like, it's real seagulls. That's seagulls. That's all I can really say. They've done it right. Ready to attack. But I don't have any chips on me. No food at all. Why would the seagulls attack? There is nothing for them to eat. Well, that's one side of the underside done. It's a lot of progress, actually. We're almost a third of the way through. Wait. I'm wearing yellow gloves. My fingers probably look like chips. The seagulls! They're waiting to steal my fingers. Oh. Which... I'm now just thinking of the bad lip reading song that for Star Wars Seagulls Stop It Now. I cannot remember the actual lyrics, but just I remember Yoda singing about seagulls. I remembered one line. Someday, when you are older, you could get hit by a boulder while you're lying there screaming, come help me please. The seagulls poke your knees. That, all of those songs were just wild. Just absolute, just insanity. Missed spots. Missed spots. Yeah, I can't deny that they would not be memorable at all if they weren't just wild. We got a couple of dings. We got some dings. Those propellers for last, because we are now starting to get away from being underneath. We got some dings, we're winning! Hell yeah! Getting them good brain feels. Long extension off so that I can now get in here, get into the thick of things. The tank is in the way. Do it from here. Come on. They're so close. What if it... Oh, there's a strip there. That couldn't get on there before, huh? Goes all the way across. Oh. From this side. We are almost done with the bottom side. Get to that. There's just that one little... There we go. And then the other ballast tank. We'll be done with the bottom half. We're at 45%. In fact, we might just about hit 50% by the time we're done with all this. Did I get all of this as well? I think there's a bit more... Yeah, there's a bit more on top of that railing. Give me the extension. There we go. Need to be on this side. Oh, god damn it. Back up we go. Okay, here we go. From the safety of solid ground this time. Good. Looking good. Fuck! Oh. Oh, there's a whole strip up here. Gonna have to get the rest from the other side, aren't I? Oh, no, I can get an angle on it. Hell yeah! So perfectly straight. You know what, you're right, it is weird to see things that are perfectly straight in this day and age. Most of the time there's at least a little bit of gay. Okay, so the white is the lower hull, and the orange is the upper hull. So we'll do the rest of the white section. It is turning out, it is a very pretty sub, yes. As all subs are. I am very disappointed with myself for falling there. No, I can't get an angle while I'm down here. Yeah, the devs like to give weird angles where you've got to find the good spots to work from. Also, I've just given up on fighting the intrusive thoughts now. There will always be a pretty sub on this channel. It is me. I am the prettiest. Oh, I will never deny who I am, Amy. Never. I am the goddamn cutest. Anybody who says otherwise can be burned. There's a whole section being hidden by the little nooks and crannies of these tanks. Let me through. Okay. Arm up. The arm did not want me up there. This will be cleaned. This is one of the things I also like about this game. If it exists, you can stand on it. You absolutely can. You just have to balance right. Oh. Okay. I'm back down here again. Is that... Is that on the upper arm? Is that in there? Looks like it's in there. While I'm down here, might as well clean this part of this arm as well. Excellent. Damn right. I deserve to be able to stand on anything solid. Oh, come on. Lining. Missing on that arm. There's a spot. I don't know what else I'm missing on the lower arm. Oh, there's some. Wasn't enough. Aha! Okay. Dang it. Up. Up. No filth shall escape my sight. Okay, this arm is done. And soon, the lower hull shall also be completed. sub is being put through a forced bath. Almost there. Dang it. What am I missing? Probably a bit over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's some there. I've missed a very large spot. Oh my god, I missed a huge area. Okay. Let's just pop back over here and... There we go, this is the right angle. Ding 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 ding! Okay, so we've got all of those pipes now. This tank is not cleaned yet. So there's a spot on the end of it. Ah, there we go. Tank is clean, straps are all clean. There's a section of this arm that is not. What has not been done on that arm? There we go. Got it. And then the arm mount. There. Dang it! I am built to fall, it seems like. Get up there. Come on. Hell yeah. Get this window frame done. And now we only have the upper section. Gravity is a cruel mistress. Cruel indeed. Gravity's just a habit that you can't break. Upside down, upside up, feel it. Upside down, upside up, feel it. Don't know where your mind is, but you're doing what you said. Don't know where your eyes are, but you're doing what you said. Don't know where your mind is, but you're better off without it. Boom, 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 boom. For just so that I'm not singing randomly out of nowhere, that was a bit of a song by OK Go. A song being called Inside Down and Upside Out, I think it is. It's a song that I very much like. I like all of OK Go's music, really. They also put a lot of work into their music videos. Like they will either go insane and do like huge contraptions, like full on Rube Goldberg machines, or they'll have like a whole choreographed thing with like a bunch of people that is all done perfectly. And just they go all in on their music videos. What am I missing on this? There we go. Sometimes you just have to spray everything and hope. It's time to decide. Is this it? Oh, this too shall pass. Oh, that was amazing. This too shall pass. What else? What are some of the other really good ones? God, what? The Writings on the Wall. That's a really good one as well. That one must have taken a lot of work. There's also a fan-made video for... Oh god, which of their songs? I can't believe I'm having this much difficulty today. Like, I should know this. Oh my god, I don't remember which one. One of their songs has a fan-made music video that, like, the fans have done such a great job because it captures the same feel as the real, like, the official ones. There we go. Making progress. We're more than 75% through. Bands are just really good for no reason. Like there are some bands out there that are just so good. Honestly, one of them might even be Lemon Demon. Like, a lot of people know the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate History just because of memes, but like, their other songs don't lose out either. They do good. I've been listening to a band called Half Alive a fair bit lately. Just, like, I don't even know most of their songs, but YouTube recommended a few of them to me and it's been good. Yeah, just listening to music by random people feels like the way to find good songs. if I get recommendations from people, it's always very hit and miss. Where like sometimes a person will have like great choices, and sometimes they won't. But if I'm just taking random suggestions from YouTube or Spotify or anything like that, when it's bad, I don't feel let down or anything because I didn't have high expectations. So it works. You find the good stuff that way. I've also found that sometimes I really just like music from game soundtracks. Certain game soundtracks. Like, Where the Water Tastes Like Wine has just amazing soundtracks. The music and songs for that game are so good. Late on the Spotify train, but it has spoiled you rotten. To be fair, I am also late on the Spotify train to the extent that, like, I'm still barely even getting to using it at all. I had the weirdest thing with Spotify, where someone managed to hack my Spotify account, but I don't have the premium subscription or anything, so they just hacked a random free account, listened to 2 songs on it, and then never accessed it again. So, like, after ages, I'd come back to Spotify and just been, why are these songs in my... Like, why are these 2 songs in my listening history? And why have I got, like, a single login from some unknown country that I've never... Like, what? Don't even remember what the songs were, but I think they were like just basic bitch trash. Just the kind of things that are so popular because they've got a big audience and not necessarily because they're good. That's just gotta be my weirdest experience with the internet. Ruined the Spotify recommendations for a little bit as well, actually. Maybe that was their only intention. Just get access to people's accounts and ruin their Spotify recommendations. I'm not even concerned about someone having gotten access to that, because Spotify is one of those things where, like, I don't give it a very secure password because I don't care enough to want to keep people out. I've got my passwords that I use for important things, and I've got my password that I use for non-important things. So, like, my Twitch account, that's got a important password on it, where it's actually a decent password. Spotify, it's just, like, a couple of words that go together. Does not matter at all to me. How is this hinge not working? Oh, okay. Right. I was about to ask how I wasn't finished, but I forgot about this end of the sub. To leave their mark. Yeah, they left a mark, alright. Gotta get in that tail. That sub-tail. Oh! The sub's backside has rejected me. get the underside of all this as well. It shall be perfection itself, beautiful in every way. Then it shall return to the oceans, where it shall make grand adventures in the scientific fields. Hop. And hop. Okay. We're getting close. What have I missed on this pocket? Oh, the outside edge, okay. There's more. Inside edge. Up the front. Come on. Okay, I've got the front. There we go. Knickers is a funny word. It's just a funny word. Then again, I feel like pretty much anything the British say is funny. Their words are just good words. Front edge of this. Oh, I got this bracket. Okay. I'm an idiot. Yeah. If he's going to be annoyed by you using the word knickers, then it's worth using it more at every opportunity. Well, I guess I am going to have to go round to the backside to get that done, aren't I? Lift and loft are the two words that get under his skin the most. I mean, those are good words, like, especially if they're said together. The lift loft, or the loft lift. Loft lift would make more sense. It's the lift that takes you to the loft. It's not like any country can really say that any other has done a bad job with naming things, because every country says something weirdly. Every single one. I am in a unique position to be able to embrace that fact, because Australia, we know what we're doing. Like, we know. We just do it anyway. Is there no frame that I can use? No scaffolding? Okay, fine, I'll just do it from back here. Yeah, part of why I love being Australian. A lot of our culture is just messing with people. a lot of the language we use, it is nonsensical. It makes sense to us, but it is nonsensical. And that's why we use it. The Emu War. I don't know if any country will ever truly understand the horrors of the Emu War. What have I missed? A porthole? This porthole. And then a single hull porthole. This one. America should bring back old-style slang. I don't even know what the old-style slang would be. I can get this. There we go. And the underside hatch porthole. Oh. Where are you, Dirty? There. The dirty little sub is now clean. She's a good one. I think Dame is a good one. That's a good one. Oh, 2 levels completed. Now, we do technically have like 20 minutes left on the stream. 25. Yeah. 25 minutes left. That is not enough time to do another level. You know what? Let's just close this down. I'm going to switch games. Not to one that's particularly fancy or anything. Just something that I've been playing every now and then. And this. Okay, there we go. That's working. This is Demon Crawl. It is a Minesweeper game, essentially. But not just Minesweeper. So, I've never actually played Classic Mode. It's got a bit more to it, where it's also a roguelike. So, when you start a quest, you've got this set of stages, and you have to go through all of them. Now, the early ones, they're just Minesweeper. You get rewards from some spaces. You also get items. That one is a consumable. You can tell by the green background. It is Bubble Solution. Trap all visible objects on numbered cells in bubbles. Then restore 1 life for each object trapped this way. Okay, cool. Now, another important aspect of this game, the monsters don't just, like, it's not Minesweeper where if you hit 1 mine you lose. I've got 5 health. Here we can see no, this one is what level I'm on, right? I think we can only see it outside of levels, but monsters in a level will actually have a range of damage that they might deal. So I believe in this level they probably just deal 1 damage. So I could get things wrong 5 times and still... Well, no, the 5th time would be the one that kills me. There we go. There are also shops where you can buy items. I only have 18 coins at the moment, so I'm not going to that shop. I can come back to it later. What is this item? Okay, Trapper. Flag a monster when you begin a stage. Pretty handy passive item there. But yeah, at this stage, standard Minesweeper rules. Pretty straightforward. You can tell by how many times I'm clicking on things that I'm not actually very good at Minesweeper. I'm not awful, but like, I'm impulsive. Come on, put a flag down. So there's 1 in there, there's 2 in here, there's 1 there. So now there's 2 there. 1 in there, that's done. That, come on. 1 there. Three, 4, 5. Now you're clear, that's a monster. You can get your hearts back. I cannot collect that because I'm at full health. Chest contents are influenced by stage power. I have no clue what that means. Like, stage power is the amount of damage that monsters are dealing, but I don't know how the stage power influences chest rewards. Hello. I know I am getting tired when saying something like that leads my next thought to being a line from a song by Joe Cat being, I like a good chest, no matter what size. Those are clear. Those 2 are filled. 1 in there, so none there. It is a good song, yes. There's 1 in there. There's none there, so then I can get that. There's 1 there. That's a chest. Magnifying glass. Cell values are visible even when the cell is occupied. That's a nice one to get because if there is a chest sitting on like this space, I wouldn't normally know that there's a 3 there. Other thing I glanced over. There's just sometimes NPCs. This guy is buying Trapper for 1 coin. 1 coin is trash, and Trapper is a decent thing since it automatically flags 1 monster at the start of a level. This. Okay, now we hit a bit of a complicated spot. Except it's not too complicated. There are 2 monsters left. There's 1 in one of these 2 because of this 1 and this 2. And there's 1 in one of these 2 because of this 2. This 2, having 1 in one of these 2, means this has to be empty. And now this 3 says that one has to be there, so that's there, and then it finishes everything. Cool! Hell yeah. Things do start ramping up a bit when you get towards the later levels. It just starts off fairly simple. Library. Become an expert in certain items. Select a subject to study. Gain an item with a description containing the keyword you select. You are much more likely to find items containing this word throughout the remainder of your run. Loot, flee, soul, discover, life. Now, soul is essentially... Oh, well, it tells us here. 1 max life and 1 life to match. So, life, you heal. Soul is giving you max life as well. Now, flee does a lot of things. Cool. You can get a lot of stuff from it, but often it only interacts with monsters that have been revealed, and I haven't seen a way to reveal monsters other than to guess wrong and take damage from them. Loot, soul, discover, life. I'll go for loot. What did we get? We got a straitjacket, 6 body armor. You cannot collect loot. What? No. I am not equipping that. Also, I have 40 gold. I might as well go to the shop. What is this? Hypnotist doll. Increase your status effect counters by 5 times your mastery charges at the start of each stage and when your ultimate ability is activated. So those abilities are something that I haven't mentioned yet. This is my mastery. I have the Novice 3 mastery. So I earn less score on runs, and if I make a mistake, but it is necessary to make a guess, so there's no way to say one spot is definitely safe, then the damage is reduced to a flat 1. If I die when I have 300 or more points, I revive, but lose all of my score. And I can activate it to have the game tell me an area where I can make progress, where I can click. I don't really care about this doll. Horseshoe, you'll find twice as much loot until your next mistake. So long as I never make a mistake, that's pretty good. Spawn a heart. If you have to guess, convert all visible hearts to souls. That's pretty nice as well, because sometimes you do have to guess. I will buy both of these, and I will use the horseshoe. Did I actually use that, or does this game have a sell function? Oh, this is a rough start. Oh no, the horseshoe was activated, cool. Let's see. Is there anywhere that I can narrow down? There has to be one in one of these 3. There has to be 2 in these. So there could be 1 in here, 1 in here, or there could be 1 in here and 1 there, or 1 there and 1 there. So no narrowing down here. Oh, okay, here we go. There has to be exactly 1 in one of these 3 at the top. There have to be 3 in here, so, and 1 in here. So there's 1 in one of these 2, there's 1 in one of these 2, and there's 1 here. And then that logic is mirrored. Now, because there's only 1 in one of these 3, but there's 1 in one of these 2 and 1 in one of these 2, this one has to be 1. And now I start making progress. Oh, I can't believe I actually logicked my way out of that. There's one here, so there's nothing there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. You're done. There's one here, so that 2 is clear. There's one in one of these 2, so that 1 is otherwise clear. And again, ooh! Now we get a nice big space. Get lots of treasure. Elder Novice. Can activate your mastery's ultimate ability for 15 coins. No thanks. This... I'm probably not going to have a huge amount to say with this game, just because I kind of zone out and focus at the same time somehow. But I'm not planning to play it for long either. Like I essentially just thought I might as well show it off. There's nothing there. There's one in one of these 2. One in one of these 2, so there's nothing there. That one's clear. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it does interest you. I thought it might interest some people, though I know Minesweeper doesn't really interest many people. But for those who it does interest, seeing that there are options like this where there's a bit of a unique spin on things, it's sometimes nice. There's one monster left, so it's there. Let's see. Sledgehammer. Blacksmiths are more common and cost half as much. You may right-click a blacksmith to purchase armor instantly for double the price. I'll take it, sure. What's this? Blue items are magic items which recharge as you reveal cells. Medusa Head. So you can see 400 of 400 mana. After using that, I would then have to uncover 400 cells to charge it again, I believe. Or is it that I have to uncover numbered cells totaling to 400? I don't remember. Convert all visible strangers, which is the NPCs, into spawners of the same type. Then unseal an inventory slot for each stranger converted this way. What? Cooties! Enchant target visible cell. Each turn kill any living object in this cell, and apply this enchantment to a random nearby cell. What? Cooties! Sure, I'll take that. It sounds silly. Ooh. Oh, come on! Might as well use the cooties. Let's put it like here. Also, this has to be one. Anything else worth using? Nah, not really. What's this do again? It bubbles items on the ground. Yeah, okay. It definitely is quite a choice for a name. Nice. There's one there, so there's nothing there. There's one in here. There could be one down here and then one up there. one in here. Huh? It could be like there and then over there, so that doesn't help with this. And then this 3 is effectively just a 1. So there's 1 in here, there's 1 in here, 1 in here, 1 in here. Yeah, none of this helps. 1 in there, 1 in there, and then 1 in there. None of that really helps. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I believe I am forced to guess. To find out for sure, this ability recharges every level, so I might as well use it, really. You must make a guess. Okay, if there was anywhere that I could actually say, yes, this is a safe spot, that would have indicated which cell that would be. Now, since I have to guess, might as well use the Zeal of Love. Give me a soul. Increase my max health a bit. And now I can make a guess. Hell yeah! Good guess. Blacksmith. 6 coins, forge head armor for you in 14 turns. Sure. 1, 2. No, I think it only counts if... Okay, it only counts if I reveal spaces. And it only counts spaces... like, if I reveal multiple spaces, it will still only count 1. So I should really do this 1 at a time, instead of doing the right... like the cell reveal thing. Am I forced to guess again? There's 1 in here. There's 1 in here. There's 1 in here. But it could be over here and over there, so that doesn't help. 1, 1, 1. None of that helps. 2, so there's at least 1, and then 0 or 1. And 1, 1. Okay. 2. Okay, hang on. This might help. 2, so there's got to be... Okay, so that even if there's 1 over here, there has to be 1 in one of these 2, which finishes this 2, so that space has to be empty. Hell yeah! Oh, I have brain. Oh. He has given me my head armor, the Shinobi Veil. When this breaks, gain soul and defense equal to the number of special stages you have completed. Special stages being things like shops, the library, and so on. I'll take that. Also give me another. And then this. That. More head armor. The Deer Stalker. Remove all fake cell values. Cell values are always correct. What? I didn't know there was even a chance for them to be incorrect. That's bloody rude. So there's 1 in one of those 2. There's 1 in here. There's 1 in here. I'm just going to guess. This is why I start losing the game, because I just lose my patience. Anyway, I probably won't go much further with this because we are running low on time. Spawns random loot on 0 value cells within a visible 3x3 area. Huh, that's actually pretty neat. And it's a magic item, so it recharges. This guy wants to eat 4 random items from me to give me a 16 coins, no thanks. I'm also kind of speeding through here because there is something that I want. Like, there's another Minesweeper type game that I want to show. This one. Dang it! Okay. That'll do. I can come back to this on my own time. Main menu. The other thing that I wanted to show, if I just make sure this is going to be fine. Yeah, so we've got no issues with revealing this. Okay. I just had to make sure that there weren't going to be issues. Actually, hang on, let's check this as well. That might have been an issue if that was on screen. I'm about to change over to screen capture instead of game capture. So, I'm just going to make sure that the right things are on screen. Okay. Turn off game capture, turn on display capture, and doop. The other sweeper type game that I want to display is Tactic Sweeper. This one is free. You can play it online. In fact, I think you can probably only play it online. No, they've got downloads now. Tactic Sweeper is another sort of roguelike-y Minesweeper game where you have 4 probes. Each time you hit a mine, a probe is destroyed. Simple enough, but this is only level 1. So, oops, accidentally removed one of those flags. So, we have finished level 1. Level 2, there are now EMP mines. Adjacent cells display a question mark. So you can see this question mark and go, oh, there's an EMP mine. The marks are here, so it must be there. But you still don't know about other mines nearby. You also get upgrades. Advanced Radar is one of my favourites. EMP mines, cryo mines and trap mines, which we'll learn about later on, only jam in the cardinal directions, so diagonals are still safe. I don't know the real benefit of recycling, and Info Center is also valuable later on. Wow, okay. This level is empty. What the hell? That's a mine. Now, this tile... well, not tile. This game doesn't have the right-click function where it will just reveal around a cell if you've marked enough things, so you have to actually pay attention to that. Now then, the next introduction. AA guns. If you check an adjacent tile, it destroys your probe. So it counts as getting hit. If you land on the AA gun, it's fine. You disable that AA gun for the rest of the game. That's fine. In fact, it's even good because when landing on a structure, your drones cannot be destroyed. Let's see. Disarm, disarms mines. Analyzer. Once per 10 turns, reveal the most useful tile to land on. Does not account for ranged attacks. So I'm going to speed through this a bit. I'm a fucking idiot. I just did the reverse of what I should, where I flagged an AA gun instead of actually taking it out. That's clear, that's clear. These are clear. That's there. Now, see, this is one of those cases where the advanced radar is really valuable, because this is definitely a jammer mine. If that was able to hit diagonals, I would not have known there was a 2 there. Actually, I would have still known anyway, but that this would be a jammer because of this shape, but not these being locked, whatever. And we now have a forced guess, so the game can cheat for me. Now, here is where it actually starts getting interesting. Proximity mines. When a probe enters its range, which is like this 5x5 square around it, it starts beeping. The next turn, it explodes. If we land anywhere in this 5x5 range, our drone is destroyed. If we land on the mine, our drone is destroyed. So we kind of want to get away from that. I'm going to take the disarm ability. I did it again! I flagged the AA gun instead of landing on it. Oh, 2 proximity mines reacted to that. Let's just go off to this corner. Okay, so this 2 is complete, so I can do this. And then that 1 is complete. There's one there, there's one there. That's gonna be a guess, that's a pain, but that's fine. Because I can now do this and know that's the safe one. Oh, laser turrets. This is hell. Laser turrets attack in a cross pattern with unlimited range. So if you land anywhere in a cardinal direction of one of these, it will shoot and destroy your drone. Now, AA gun did shoot us while we were hitting that laser turret, but because we landed on the structure, it did no damage. Again, proximity mine exploded, but because I landed on a structure, it did no damage. That, and that. There's one there, there's one there. One there, one there. And then there's not one there, but then... Okay, not one there. I will... Okay. Cryo mine. I should actually explain these things. Cryo mines are pain. So... jams and attacks adjacent cells until the cryo cell is disabled. So the cryo cell is a structure. The cryo mines are mines. If I land in any of the spaces around the cryo mine, I get hit. It's pain. Do I want info sensor or terrain map? I'll take the info sensor, because now we can actually see what that does. We can see in the top right now, there are 5 regular mines, 1 EMP mine, 1 proximity mine, and 3 cryo mines. There is also 1 AA gun, 2 laser turrets, and 1 cryo cell. 2 laser turrets is not the worst. What's really painful is when you get to like 5. That is a cryo mine, so if I hit either of these 2, I will get hit. I can clear that. Laser turret! There could be a laser turret in that corner. I can't tell because this spot is jammed, or there could be a laser turret in any of these 4 spaces. No, not this one, any of these 3. So what I can do, I have the scanner. Laser turret down, hell yeah. This is also a cryo mine, that sucks. So there's no mine there, but it is affected by the cryo mine, so I can't reveal that. Oh god. Yeah, okay. I had to check there. I wasn't sure if having the advanced scanner meant the cryo mine couldn't attack diagonally. And if I actually went anywhere else, like you can see, all of these cells would have been in range of the mine. So like the only safe spot to guess would have been this spot, this single space, and it would have been a 50-50. So I chose science. Anyway, there is more. Like, there are more things that we did not reveal in this run. It's free, it's worth trying. And we are past the wrapping up point. So, let's call it there. If you have enjoyed, I have both a Twitter and a Discord. These are the places where I make my announcements of when I'm about to go live, what I'm planning to play, or if something is going to keep me from playing. I also have a YouTube channel. This is where all of my VODs go. Twitch will keep them for about a week, but after that, they are only available on YouTube. So, other than that, we are all good. Thank you for joining me today. It's been nice to just hang out and chat, essentially. I'm going to call it quits here and stop speaking for the next, 24 or so hours. You have a good night. Or what? I can't believe it. I've forgotten the phrase I always end with. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.